Hi, welcome to my channel, and remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and if it doesn't connect, then don't try to make it work. So I hope you guys are having a good evening, and I'm gonna just pull and I'm gonna just see what spirit wants to talk about, see what you need to hear. Let me see. What's that? Okay, let me get messages for the collective. Okay, so we have 10th house here, and that's dealing with structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments in Leo. I'm also seeing Leo, sorry. Pretty much accomplishments in career, life mission. You could have Leo in the 10th house as well. I feel like you're also going through some type of heart chakra activation. And there's something that's changing for you drastically. And with Leo energy, I feel like whatever, like your 10th house, like whatever your life mission is or what you're supposed to be working on, or like developing better structure, I do feel like there's some type of light that's shined onto it about what you need to really work on. And I feel like with you knowing what you need to work on is bringing change. Okay, so I also do see Venus and yin energy also. So you could be a masculine as well. I feel like you're opening up your heart chakra. So I think I just said that there's something significant about the heart that there's like some light that was shined onto it about something you need to work on, or it's something like that. And I feel like that's what's changing the trajectory of maybe like financial stability, as well as love coming your way. Gemini is on the bottom of the deck as well. I do feel like spirit is still guiding you to have patience, but I feel like with you having patience, it's like, okay, so there's something that's gonna speed up. It seems like it's coming in slow now, but it's just like, it's like once you know, if that makes sense. Yeah, spiritual growth on the bottom of the deck, and trine energy, angelic support. Divine is helping you have this revelation that is setting you free from something. You could have Sagittarius placements, but Sagittarius is dealing with optimism, exploration, and freedom. I feel like whatever type of structure or something that made you feel as if you couldn't move, I feel like spirit is helping you shift to change that. And I feel like with that change, it's gonna happen quickly, and it's gonna change the dynamic of your finances, your forward movement, and love. So let's see what this is talking about. I feel like confidence is playing a part into it. I feel like the more confidence you have within yourself, I feel like the more something is going to shift as well. And I feel like it's more so like having confidence in your actual, like your journey and what you're supposed to be pursuing in your life. You gotta have more confidence. Okay, so higher wisdom is here. Higher wisdom, labyrinth of choices, as well as growth potential. So yeah, I really do feel like that. I feel like you're gaining the wisdom to know exactly which way to go. And I feel like now you're going to soon see the potential of how far you really could expand and grow pertaining to your finances. And spirit is saying, just go with it, transform and rise. That's what's going on. You're going through a transformation. And I feel like it has something to do with your emotions and your confidence. You could be a masculine or you could be a feminine, but I feel like maybe this is something you're healing with your masculine energy. So each of us have like divine feminine and masculine energy. And when it's balanced, you're a balanced person, I'll say. Yeah, breakthrough. This is something that you're seeing about yourself. You got to have more confidence. You got to just go with it. You know, I think with society, they paint a picture like if a mistake is made, then it's kind of like it's blown out of proportion. Like, oh my God, you made a mistake. But it's like, it happens. Life happens. You may accidentally spell a word incorrectly. You may accidentally read something incorrectly. You may, you know, as long as it's not hurting anybody, it shouldn't be blown out of proportion. But I do feel like when it comes down to society and how things are handled, whether it's in the corporate world or even at times with certain relationships that you have with people, I feel like when things that are so small are blown out of proportion, I really feel like it has a lot to do with the perspective of that person, meaning their mind, their mindset, like how they perceive things and how they see things. Because it also, when I'm hearing Spirit say, it could also be like some form of projection, because they may seek perfection within themselves, and so they project it off on other people like, you have got to be perfect. And I feel like with most work corporations, that's what they expect, but they don't tell you that. They make it seem as if that's not what it is. So patience is on the bottom of the deck with peace. So I know I did say patience, and I do feel like right now you're having patience as you continue to go through this transformative period. Yeah, love and fear. I really feel like with love and fear is more so pertaining to you, because I was saying something about your heart chakra. I feel like it's more so about you accepting all aspects of yourself, you being yourself and not being in fear of you being you. Because it's like, I feel like there's so much judgmental, like so many people that's judgmental, or, you know, they judge you. They make it seem as if there's certain things you're not supposed to be doing, like I said, with mistakes. And I feel like you're freeing yourself from that. And I feel like with you freeing yourself from that, you're developing, like you're learning to free yourself from it, and you're developing confidence. It's like you're accepting every aspect of yourself. You're like, I'm going to be who I am. And it is what it is. If somebody don't vibe with it, then they're not meant to be around me. And I feel like that's just the energy and the vibe that you're in right now. So I do see pride here, and it's, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So I do want to say, like, to an extent, you could be experiencing some type of ego growth. Because I once heard like someone say that you're meant to mature the ego, not meant to kill the ego. Because I'm trying to think of what else they say, but it's something like that. Because it's like with pride here, it doesn't necessarily feel like a toxic form of pride where you think you're better than other people. I feel like there's supposed to be a balance with your ego and pride. Like you gonna hype yourself up. Like, I don't know if you guys ever go on TikTok, but there's this guy that does this dance, and then he's like, hype me up. You know, it's like, and he's in the middle of the airport, in the middle of random public places where there's a crowd of people, and he's dancing, like doing that little dance and stuff like that. And it's like, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of confidence, and it takes a lot of him admiring himself to where he doesn't think or care about what other people have to say about him. He's still gonna do it. And some people love it and some people don't. And I feel like you're taking pride within yourself. And it's like that confidence thing. I'm going to try to remember what I heard that person say though. But it was something about like the ego. There's good ego and there's bad ego. Because it's like, it's almost like, to an extent, when it comes down to your ego, you're going to think highly of yourself, right? But what if you think highly of yourself to the point where you don't allow toxic people in your life? Not that you think you're better than somebody, but you just won't allow certain people in your energy, which is a form of setting boundaries. I feel like that is just touching on what that person say, but as soon as I find what it is specifically, I'm gonna make sure I do a post about it. But yeah, I feel like you're doing inner work though. And with the inner work is bringing that Ace of Pentacles, which is, for some of you, it's love and it's money. And for some of you, it's just financial stability. But it's like something is materializing in the physical. You could be in your head a little bit. because of deception from the past, or even past energies. But I still feel like with the Queen of Wands, you're still standing in you're still working on developing those confidence, like having confidence and moving forward past illusions that society may have painted onto you. Like, don't be this, don't be that, stand up tall, make sure you always look like this. You know, everybody is their own individual person. Everybody is different shapes, sizes, and colors. No one looks the exact same. Everybody's fingerprint is different. So why do we create? So don't allow society to put you in a bubble where they make you think as if everybody has to be and act the exact same way. Yeah, and I feel like you're seeing the truth here. And I feel like with the Hermit mode in reverse, I feel like you're coming out, and I feel like with you embodying your truest self, because with the with the page, not the page, but with the Queen of Swords, I'm just getting in the vibes of not only are you communicating your truth, but you're embodying your truth. I feel, and you're coming out of Hermit mode. With the Three of Cups here, I feel like it is attracting some form of victory towards you, because there's going to be a lot of success that comes your way, because there's going to be people that's gravitated towards you because of you being your true authentic self. But I feel like you're going to have friends that come towards you. There's some form of celebration that you're going to have. And I feel like it's going to be like-minded people. Because look, King of Swords is on the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Swords. And I feel like this, you ain't gonna see this coming. So this could very well deal with love, but it's some type of victory that's coming in here. Yeah, somebody is wanting to give. Somebody is wanting to give to a situation. Somebody learned their own lessons and gained their own wisdom. Because look, the King of Swords, the book is open. So somebody's been doing soul searching of their own. And I feel like it's being guided by their spirit guides. And if you look at this, there is a white cat with the Queen of Swords, right? And look, that same cat is right there. So it just seems like somebody's spirit team is bringing something together where somebody's going to come in and really want to communicate, talk, and offer something. And I very well feel like this could be a part of this Three of Cups, this friendship, because somebody could want to come in and actually communicate, like have a friendship with you. This could be somebody that you spoke to, like you haven't really spoken to in a while, because with the Knight of Pentacles, and then I saw the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it was someone, I feel like for a significant amount of time, there was something that you guys may have not been working on, like friendship or any type of relationship. And that's really because I feel like each of you had your own destined path that you had to go through. You had to develop, like take the journey of self and really pour into you so you can be your true authentic self. I do feel like there was conflict and chaos, and for some of you there is still conflict and chaos that's emerging. But it's like once you go through all of this chaos and conflict, there is going to be something that comes towards you very quickly. And that's what I feel like that radical change is. Something is going to shift quickly, and in the past it may have been moving slow. So it's almost like you're going to be jumping timelines, and it's because you are embodying your truest authentic self. You're being you. You no longer question who you are or who you should be. You're no longer following the leader. You're following your own self, because he's looking back, but he's not moving forward in that direction that the cat is moving in. He's still wanting to go down his own path, because it's like with the wand there, it's like you could be realizing that you have your own passions, goals, and aspirations, and maybe the people that you was hanging out with before did not resonate with it. And I feel like you're seeing certain things of the past, you're following your intuition, and you're realizing there's certain people that you don't need to be around or work on, or, you know, even like work with. It could be a relationship. It could be a relationship or something like that. Some form of relationship. But it just seems like, collective, that you're really embodying your truest self. And that's what's bringing all this in. It's bringing friendship. It's bringing love. It's bringing abundance and prosperity. It was in the spiritual. and now it's being materialized into the material world. And it's like you're moving past things that don't make you happy. You're serving yourself and not serving others, and moving forward. You're no longer working on things that don't last long, that don't build any type of foundation. So we got the High Priestess here. Yeah, this came back out. You're using your intuition about who you give to and who you collaborate with. And I feel like you're releasing burdens and moving on. It could be like a relationship that it's some type of conflict. It could be a relationship that caused conflict for you. But whatever it is, it's like you're manifesting something different. You're manifesting something new. You know how to handle and wield, like use all of the, like the aces, the swords, the pentacles, the wand, the cup. You know how to harness all of the energy. You are the avatar. And remember, Aang had that level up after he learned, like he was able to defeat Fire Ozai because he harnessed all of the elements. But it really had a lot to do with how he saw himself. He felt like he was incapable, and I feel like that's what you're doing. You're no longer giving energy to things that are conflicting or making you conflict yourself. You're standing true to who you are, standing in your divinity, and you're creating, or you're now knowing what you need to create. There's a lot of change that's coming your way, collective. And it's because of you embodying yourself. It's like I'm hearing that Missy Elliott song, like, who got the keys to the Jeep? Vroom. And I feel like you could have been stagnant for some time now. And it's just like now with you having this epiphany that it's okay to be yourself and not everybody is going to vibe with it. I feel like you're now changing the trajectory of your life. You're getting off the treadmill. That's what you're doing. You're getting out of your head. Yeah, you're getting out of your head and focusing on your own happiness, what makes you happy. Because everyone's happiness looks different. Everyone's happiness looks different. Somebody is happy. Some people are happy with going out in the woods and building a cabin and just being completely secluded. Some people are happy being in a city like New York and, you know, with a penthouse or something, or a brownstone. Everybody's form of happiness is different because everyone is different. And I feel like you're peeling the layers of or taking away or even pushing away anyone's judgment of them trying to judge you to make you think that what you really want isn't right. You're changing that. You're going after what you truly want and what's for you. Yeah, you're manifesting. It's gonna start off small, but then it's gonna rapidly change into something bigger. So you're no longer doing anything impulsively. But to be honest with you, I do feel like you're not giving to anything that you don't need to give to impulsively. I do feel like you are impulsively going into a new chapter in your life that makes you happy. Because you got the Page of Pentacles, and then you got the Knight of Wands in reverse, and then you have the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like, you know, something started off small, but now something has a huge foundation, and it's because you now know what direction you need to go in. You're no longer afraid of making the leap of faith, changing the trajectory of your life, going for what you want. For some of you, you may actually go to law school and you didn't want to do law school. You wanted to go to business school and own your own business. It's like, but you went to law school because your parents told you to go, because maybe you have a family of lawyers. You know, everybody's life is different. Think about what Spirit is saying, like Prince Harry. Prince Harry was literally the Prince of England. he was the second son, but it's like he still had royal duties, and hit the trajectory of his life of what people thought it should be and what he thought it was going to be. It changed. He met Meghan Markle and he decided that he was going to, didn't want to be a part of the shits with all the conflict and chaos, and he decided to leave. Now he living in California and living his best life, and he feels free. And I feel like that's significant because I do feel, because she tried to be a part of the Society of England, but it wasn't working out. They tried to be a part of the Society of England together, but it wasn't working out. She was unhappy, and with her being unhappy, he was unhappy, and I'm sure he didn't like seeing her go through certain things or hearing people say certain things about his family. So it's like he made a change. And it was most likely something that he did impulsively. And I feel like that's what you're being guided to do. You can't put yourself in a position to be able to make everyone else's life easy or really make everyone feel comfortable with who you are. Like, I know one thing that I struggled with initially is being a shaman. It's like there were people in my family that didn't resonate with that. They didn't understand it, and they didn't agree with it. But here I am still doing what I enjoy doing. Yeah, stability. What you enjoy doing, that is your stability. You're literally going from the 9 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Financial level up. And look, neither one of them have a care in the world. But it's like with this Queen of Pentacles, she developed a lot of wisdom. She developed a lot of wisdom. And look, it's the same apple tree. So I feel like that's what's going to happen. But I also feel like with the 9 of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, some of you, you're about to get into a relationship. You're about to harvest, like reap the benefits of your harvest, because the Pentacles, they're in the tree along with the apples. But with the Queen of Pentacles, they're in that chest. So I really feel like you're seeing the truth about life. You're seeing the truth about success. Success flows to you when you embody your truest, authentic self, when you pour into yourself, when you set boundaries and you don't try to fit the narrative that everyone feels that you should fit. Yeah, walking away from things that don't serve you, pouring from your own cup. If you look at the Ace of Cups here, because it's like, I know some of you are feeling like, okay, well, what if people ask me to help them? Or what if, even emotionally, you never want to tilt your cup over to pour in anybody else's cup, but they can pour their cup under you. But also that's about using your intuition. But yeah, this is all about self-love, self-worth, and you valuing yourself and making a leap of faith in what makes you happy. That's what this reading is about. Separating yourself from things that don't make you happy and putting yourself out there. And being your true, authentic self and not being afraid of what people are going to say or do about it. You have the wands. You are the avatar. Yeah, you're detaching from things and moving out of the stagnant energy. Yeah. Let me pull some advice cards, and then that should be the conclusion of this reading. Okay, slow and steady. Slow but steady. So it's coming in. It may start off slow, but it's going to gain momentum. Self-love is on the bottom of the deck. Continue loving on you. Inner journey. You're going through the inner journey. You're going through like the storm. And you're walking through it with ease and transforming. Because look, slow and steady, there's raindrops here. But in the midst of this transformation, it's going to be a peaceful, starry night. Yeah, self-love. That's what you're learning through this storm, self-love. All right, so I hope this helps, and you guys have a great rest of your day.